So sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to build all this anticipation. Welcome to Lonely Friday Night. Welcome to Sam Roberts Now. Welcome to the loneliest show on all of the internet. And just to prove it, we've welcomed the loneliest guest to the Lonelytron 10,000. Hot Dog is here, ladies and gentlemen. He's made it. Hot Dog.
Just to prove how lonely we are, you invited the loneliest MFer.
MFer is right. The loneliest boy of all the lonely boys on the planet. But we have a lot to talk about, especially when it comes to lonely boys. Well, we'll get to lonely boys soon, but there's something, Hot Dog, that all the cool kids are doing. I don't know if you know about this, my friend, but, you know, I try to stay up, and I try to... The thing about it is I've always been a risk taker. That's me, right? I'm like an X Games guy. That's my personality, right? Like, you know, like I'm always... For me, I'm always just tooling around looking for a half pipe. Just something to get that adrenaline going. That's the thing about extreme athletes like me, is that we hit that adrenaline dump so hard that to just get back to normal, we got to keep it risky all the time. It's how I live 24 hours. You've noticed that about me.
You're a cool dude. I see you walking around with a backwards hat and a rock band t-shirt and your skateboard. It's awesome.
That's right. That's exactly right. Sometimes parkouring, you never know what I'm going to be doing next, but now I've found a way to satiate that desire for risk, for unpredictability, for who knows what could happen next, thanks to my friends at Panera. That's right. I've taken my life into my own hands. My children are going, Dad, don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm going, sorry, kids. I got to do it. I'm joining the Sip Club. They go, no, not the Sip Club. You know about the Sip Club, Hot Dog?
It's very risque these days.
Well, risque and risky are two different things. Risque is like
not?
No,
it's like sexy, right?
Yeah, risque is like a sexual connotation to it.
Oh, well, it's sexy.
Okay. Well, it gets the people going.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. So I don't know any other place that does this, but Panera Bread has something called the Sip Club, where if you pay a certain amount of money, like $9.99 a month or something like that, you get unlimited drinks. What you don't, I think people don't realize this, is because you can see the soda machine has all kinds of flavors, but there are better deals. Like what you might not know is that, for instance, at a McDonald's, it costs like $1 for a drink. If you pay the $1 and just keep the cup, it's literally lifetime drinks for $1. You just keep going.
No one's gonna check up on you.
No, dude, do you understand? I have absolutely left the McDonald's facility with my drink, gone and done my errands, finished my drink, and on the way home, loop back around, fill it back up before I get home. 100%.
That's right. That's ratchet as fuck.
A little bit ratchet as fuck, sure. But some people go, you know, you get a medium soda. That way, if you're eating in, you can get free refills. I say even if you're to go, you can get free refills. It's really no problem. But
my go-to move is the courtesy cup at AMC if I'm looking for a nice free refreshment.
Can you get the courtesy cup if you don't work there?
Yeah, your courtesy cup is just if you want some water.
What, like the Chipotle water cup?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because
suck it up with some Sprite.
I know when I worked at the movie theater, it was like all the inventory was done by cups and bags. So you couldn't give 2 popcorn bags. Like you couldn't say, can I get a medium popcorn with an extra bag so I can split it? Because I would have to charge you full. They're counting these bags. And if I'm short on bags, that's on me. And I'm not taking the L so that you and your bratty kids don't have to order 2 smalls and split a medium. No, that's not going to happen. But there were those.
But they don't count the courtesy cups.
No. So you get a cup. And I mean, I'd just be sitting there scooping popcorn, making all kinds of different toppings, seeing if I could put an extra strong amount of butter on it, you know, getting very experimental with the flavor powders. But I would always use the cup. People don't even know. Fresh popcorn right out of the popper, you don't ever get that at a movie theater. Because we're going through the oldest first. So you never really get the fresh
No.
popcorn.
The fresh popcorn is only reserved for movie theater employees.
100%. No, that's our stash. Like, they can have that in a half hour or so. It's at least 30 minutes before we're going to let you taste the sweet nectar of real fresh popcorn. There were times where, like, you know, on a Saturday night, you'd pop a ton of popcorn just in case. And if it was a slow Saturday or whatever, we'd have all this popcorn left. So we had these orange garbage bags, or yellow. They were yellow. And they were just meant for popcorn. And we'd fill up the yellow garbage bags. And then the next morning, for the Sunday matinee crowd, before we unlocked the doors, we just poured the yellow bags back in the heaters, you know, and just there it is. We got all the popcorn ready to go. You should have tasted this last night.
Not to get too distracted, but real quick, did you, when you had your lunch at the movie theater, did they give you like a cardboard box? Were you able to just get some popcorn? At my movie theater, we had the AMC special, which was they offered you free popcorn, but you had to pay for like the nuggets and everything else. But the employees, if you were cool with them, would just sneak in the nuggets and the pizza and whatever, and with like underneath all the popcorn in the cardboard box.
See, I didn't work.
Called that the AMC special.
That's the AMC special. It's genius, and I'm sure, and it tastes so good when you scam it. It tastes way better when it's scammed.
Yeah.
But no, I worked at a real garbage movie. We only had popcorn and soda and snacks. Like, we didn't have food. We weren't like a chain like that. But so in Panera Bread, anybody, if you want to just not go outside the law like I do with my McDonald's refills,
like we did,
like yes. If you don't want to scam, then you can pay the $10 a month and you just get free drinks, which feels very diabetic. Because
club. Have to join a club for that.
A club. No. You know Panera Bread? I'm just in it for the soda. Like, they only charge you $10, and I drink way more than $10 worth of soda. Yeah, I'm in the sip club. So, it's ironic that Panera Bread is the only establishment that I know of that has a beverage, all-you-can-drink beverage membership. Because it's also the only one that I know of that at the moment is having people charge them with wrongful death due to their beverages. I mean, they are accused of killing people via charged lemonade. Do you know about charged lemonade, Hot Dog? Have you had charged lemonade? I'll tell you right now, it's about to become the most popular beverage in the world.
Oh, I mean, we're gonna have to get some for the show next week.
I mean, you have to. Charged lemonade. The report that I read said it had something like 390 milligrams of caffeine per serving. Yes, now that doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything to me. You know how, like, how Red Bull comes in those 8-ounce cans, like they're smaller than your average, soda can, right? A Red Bull has 80 milligrams of caffeine.
God, it's a lemonade.
You know how Prime Energy. You know how they were like, Prime Energy has to be taken off the shelves because it's going to destroy children.
The children, yes.
200 milligrams of caffeine.
Who was the maniac who created this?
Charged lemonade has almost double the caffeine, apparently, that Prime Energy does. And it has like 82 grams of sugar on top of all the caffeine because it's lemonade.
And it's charged. It's
charged, right? So the 390 milligrams of caffeine is the charge. And then the 80 milligrams of sugar is the aid. And then they squeeze a little lemon on top. They put a ton of caffeine and sugar, and they put water in it, and then they spritz lemon on top. And you know what they say? All you can drink. Hot dog.
On us.
Hot dog. Hot dog. Charged lemonade is available on the other side of the counter. Refills for whoever wants them. This is the charged lemonade station. You go right up to it and fill up your cup as many times as you feel like you need to. Now, a while back, a 21-year-old brought a suit that I don't know how it went, but they brought a suit against Panera, or charges maybe against Panera, that they had mislabeled their charged lemonade, and that a 21-year-old who had a heart condition went into Panera with a heart condition and walked out of Panera not breathing. She died because they said of the charged lemonade. This week, we have another charge, a wrongful death charge, where a 46-year-old man who had some, they said, slight intellectual disabilities, severe ADHD, a bunch of stuff going on. He said he got himself a charged lemonade. They said because there was no labeling, there was nobody watching the machine, and on account of he was thirsty.
Right, it doesn't have the nutritional facts on it. I'm guessing because it's just the vending, it's just the machine.
Unless it's up there in the fine print or something, but
who's reading? No one reading.
No one's reading that. No, you gotta be a real dork. But so he got his lemonade, went up for 2 refills. So
2 refills.
He said he got 2 refills, so that's three charged lemonades, just chugging. Wired. And unfortunately, he passed away. And the family's saying it is primarily because he was so charged up from the charged lemonade. Now, of course, this has led, I mean, when there was just a rumor that Grimace was killing people for drinking his milkshakes, McDonald's business was through the roof. Once Tik Tok found out that you could just say, if you drink a Grimace shake, you'll die, and it was a joke, you couldn't find a Grimace shake anywhere. They were sold out every time you went into a McDonald's. Now that there is actually a risk of something horrible happening, you're not going to be able to keep a charged lemonade out of a Gen Zer's hand. It's not going to happen. This is...
You can't keep it out of my hands.
You want it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, this is...
I mean, I'm not going to go for... I'm not gonna go for 3. I mean, I'll maybe go for a little half. I value my life.
But when you think about it, when you go in, you go like, you know what? I'm not gonna have soda. It's just gonna, it's bad for me. Let me have a lemonade. Have you ever felt better about yourself because you ordered a lemonade instead of a soda? I have.
Yes.
I have.
Yeah,
I feel like
I feel better when I order ginger ale.
Right. And you're like, you want to see the nutrition facts? No, thank you. No, thank you. No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. You want to see how much sugar is in this lemonade? No, thank you. No, thank you. It's not soda, though, so I think it's much better for me. This is much...
I'm trying to look up...
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up the lemonade and see if there's any lemonade videos on TikTok yet.
Oh, there are. I was watching them. And even the people that are explaining that it's not good for you are so caffeinated as they're explaining. It seems like it's contagious. I didn't drink coffee until I was in my 30s before I started drinking coffee. And I would have all this coffee and go like, oh my God, I'm in such a good, productive mood. What's happening? And I realized this stuff is the greatest stuff you could ever have. When people find out how insane this charged lemonade is, they're going to be willing to roll the dice.
Yeah, I'm already scrolling through TikTok right now, and I see the captions: "Trying the charged lemonade, documenting how long the charged lemonade keeps me caffeinated." It's a lot of.
I mean, how can you not? How can you not? Don't you want some charged lemonade right now? Don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Can I stop by before I go to your house?
I think so. Bring some charged lemonades for the boys, and let's get some stuff done. I don't know if I've ever stopped into a Panera Bread. I don't know if I've ever gone, let me grab some of that Panera Bread. I guess some people like it, but I haven't heard about Panera Bread in a really long time. If you had told me that Panera Bread was out of business, I'd be like, oh yeah, that probably happened, a couple years ago? I've no interest. Now, if I'm driving around and I see a Panera Bread, I'm stopping. If I'm walking, oh, it's right inside. I got a sample.
I know when I read the article, when the news started going around yesterday, I think, and it was just it sounded like a whatever article, this person died drinking the charged lemonade. I was like, oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And then it ended with this is the second related death this year.
That's what it is. It's the two. It's the two, right?
It's not the one.
No, 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 no. McDonald's got charged with their coffee being hot because it burned one person. And that was like, ooh,
Yes.
that doesn't sound right. I got to look into this. That doesn't mean that overall, that means that time the coffee was too hot. When it happens twice, there's something going on with that lemonade. And I got to get to the bottom of this. And then, I mean, what this has done for memes is they're through the roof right now. These memes are so great. I'm loving all of them.
Right now, I'm looking at, I'm still on TikTok. I'm looking at one that says, "Daddy, tell me about the Panera Bread Death Lemonade." And it's just Vince McMahon.
Yeah, doing the emotional, like, you don't understand how good that was. I got to live through Panera Death Lemonade. I mean, they could honestly.
If anyone was smart, they would do the next Texas death match. Instead of sipping on blood, it should just be sipping on.
Oh, can you imagine Hangman Page just tripping? Like, there should be a wrestler who chugs a killer lemonade, throws the cup down, and goes like Ken Shamrock, "Get out of my way!" Oh no, he's on the killer lemonade.
Going crazy. You sick fuck.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, if they don't rebrand this killer lemonade, I don't know who's working there. They have to, right? I mean, I understand.
Yeah, PR is working on it. Marketing is working on it.
Yeah, I guess. I'm sorry to anybody that lost a loved one, but
yes, our condolences.
Our condolences. Rest in peace. But this is amazing news.
Your legacy lives on.
I mean, who would have thought Panera had murderous lemonade? This is incredible. How do you not? Is there a Panera by me?
I mean, if you had to guess one brand that was gonna murder people with their drinks,
no, I couldn't even imagine like how low on the list this would be. Oh,
you would go through all the chains and be like, "That's it. What else is there?"
I don't think I would have thought of this. I mean, I would think probably 7-Eleven, just because of the size of their beverages.
Right.
I like a big beverage. I went into a 7-Eleven yesterday, and like they have an extra large big gulp that's like, it's got to be 80 ounces. Like, it's insane. I can't seriously walk into my house and call this a cup. This is a pitcher. This is not it's
cartoonish.
Yeah, it's absurd. Like, they're like, we don't care. We don't care. So I probably would have said 7-Eleven. I mean, I probably would have said the McDonald's. Like, maybe the McDonald's Sprite is like burning people's mouths and throats because it's so strong.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you know what you got to do? Do you think if you like,
don't you dare,
like if you got like what, like a chemistry set, what are those, the glass called that Walter White uses? Not a beaker, but you know what I'm saying, right? And you poured a killer lemonade with a McDonald's Sprite together. I mean, it would have to explode, right? Just like, do you think it would be flames? What would happen?
I might have to try that out for the New Year's party.
Yeah.
It's just an evil cocktail of alcohol mixed with Panera Bread lemonade.
Here's what you do: White Claw and Panera lemonade. I mean, come on.
Do we change the term drinking the Kool-Aid to
drinking the lemonade?
Update that for
wouldn't that be
2023 standards?
I think that I wouldn't be surprised if you found out there was a cult like Jonestown, except instead of, because they didn't. He mixed cyanide in with the Kool-Aid. He if it was just like no, this is the standard Panera lemonade. It's just
nothing mixed.
There's nothing mixed in. It's just the standard lemonade. And then instead of like going and seeing this tragic scene of just bodies laid out flat everywhere, you just saw like people like up in trees, people up on the roof. Like, people just went nuts before it all went down because they were all charged. No, I offered.
You guys all trust me, right? You guys all trust me?
Sip. I offered.
Join the Sip Club, baby.
I offered my children a chance to join the Sip Club. I gave them standard Panera lemonade and free refills, and they're all gone. Yeah. Yeah. There was that one cult they just did a movie, a documentary about on HBO where they were all drinking silver, like liquid silver. The woman turned blue and died. Yeah. It's awesome. The Mother Love cult. It's on Max right now. It's like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. It's the opening scene, so it's not a spoiler, but they mummified her corpse and kept it. And it starts with body cam footage of police going into the house and walking into the bedroom, and you see on the body cam footage, that's a mummified corpse. Because they thought like silver was the cure-all, because they said hospitals are the enemy. Science is the enemy. They're not going to tell you this, but drinking this silver will cure you. And then this woman turned blue and died. I feel like you could tell a similar story from what I know about this Panera Bread lemonade.
How long do you think before Panera has to, take it down, strip the place off the charged lemonade? Do you think we got a week, 2 weeks before? Legal eventually steps in. It's like, yeah, we got to shut this down.
It's interesting because pills end up behind the counter because they're so strong, right? Even if you could make meth out of them, they're just one ingredient in meth, not meth, but one ingredient of meth. They will put that behind the counter because it's so tempting to buy it and make some meth. So they'll put it behind the counter because otherwise you'll buy all of them, right?
And make meth, yes.
And you'll make meth with it. What else would you do?
Jesse.
Yeah. I don't think anybody takes those pills as the pills. It's just because it's a meth ingredient, right? So, the fact that this stuff, it's not that it's available, it's that it's in front of the counter. I mean, it's shelf level stuff. I mean, it's like, it's Diet Dr. Pepper, except with lemonade, you feel like you could go back and, if you got a regular Coke and you got a big cup, if you're going back and refilling it, you're making a choice. It's not good for you. The mayor of New York City already tried to outlaw soda. You're making a choice. And I don't even mean de Blasio. Remember when Bloomberg was like, I'm going to outlaw soda? And it's like, we got bigger fish to fry, buddy. Don't worry about the soda. Who would have thought that right under his nose? I wonder what Bloomberg thinks. He was out here trying to outlaw soda. And things have gotten so bad that Panera Charged Killer Lemonade is open for the public for free refills. Honestly, no one's stopping you. You could just go in. There's a sip club. $10 a month. You can get as much, what they're calling it is lemon murder juice, as you want.
Bloomberg probably thinks that the city has gone to shit, and not because of the crazy homeless,
right?
But because of all the sip clubs that have opened ever since he left.
The migrants aren't an issue.
No.
The sip clubs are everywhere.
I didn't hear of any sip clubs during Bloomberg.
That's right. That's right. You're just seeing people. You see people on the street, and they're just standing there like this, like zombies, and they're bent over, just staring at their toes. You know what they're on?
They're on that sip.
Their sip club membership card just falls right out of their pocket.
Oh, another one.
And you're like, oh my God, we lost another one. I was going through my son's drawer, and I found his sip club membership card. What is this? What is this? What is this?
Lies, I swear.
I just got there. I go there for the bread, Mom. I go there for the bread. It's just about the bread. Well, then why do you need to be in the sip club? This isn't unlimited bread. It's unlimited drinks. Oh,
do you think?
I hope I never have to deal with that. Oh, no. One day when my kids are teenagers and I have to trust them in this cruel world to fend for themselves, and I realize they may be sip club members. Oh, no. No.
Do you think, to your point about how meth ingredients are like held, behind the counter and on a thing. Do you think they're gonna start locking up the lemonade ingredients?
You got that lemonade? You got that lemonade? Lemonade? You got that lemonade? Lemonade?
Just the sugar and whatever else, and it's gonna be all locked up. It's like, are you trying to make? If you buy something, they're like, are you trying to make the charged lemonade?
Yeah, there's gonna be TikTok recipes for making your own charged lemonade. Don't worry. Just because they took it away from us doesn't mean we can't have it.
Yeah, I think we got maybe.
What are you using this sugar and lemons for? Regular lemonade. Regular. Not charged. Okay. And on a second note, here's a whole bunch of caffeine I'm buying.
Yeah. I think we got a month before it's gone.
Well, it's definitely going to become a TikTok trend.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely going to become one of those things that the parents are worried about. But I don't know.
Someone's going to be hospitalized in the next 2 weeks.
Well, they said 2 people are dead. And it's, by the way, this is where it gets a little fishy, though. Same lawyer for both cases.
Oh, that sounds very Saul Goodman.
Gotta read the whole article. Same lawyer for both wrongful death cases.
He's like, okay, here's what we're going with. It's the lemonade, not the heroin in the system.
Well, I was watching and I saw this commercial. Have you been killed by Panera Bread lemonade?
Better call Saul.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they might be able to survive it because, don't forget, they tried to come after Prime Energy because they said the children are all drinking the Prime Energy and becoming addicted to... Right. And they didn't really change a thing. And they were just like...
Prime didn't kill anyone.
Yet. Oh, I don't know, but people are out here making money. I think Panera Bread's going to make money. My man George Santos is making bank this week. Man, I did not realize the redemption arc that George Santos would go on this week. We were talking about this guy last week. We came to you just as he was getting expelled. We talked about it. It was great. We went through all his lies. We went through everything. George Santos said he was going to come back with a vengeance on all them asses. We said, how? He said, just wait and see. And then he turned on his Cameo, and I mean, I feel like Killer Lemonade saved the Panera business. George Santos is single-handedly saving the Cameo business. Who even talks about... I mean, Cameo was like a huge in the pandemic, but I mean, I don't really hear that much about Cameo these days anymore. Do you?
No, the buzz is definitely worn off.
Except for this week. Because George Santos shows up, and I knew it was onto something. And I mean, when I tell you, I've had my finger on the trigger multiple times. I've been as far as put in the box what you want George to say. I've been there twice, and the price keeps going up. So I saw it when it first came out. He only did a limited number of them. I don't know what the full number was, but when I first signed on the first day he did it, there were only 38 available left, which means, he said, I'm going to cap it here. And they were $200 each. And I said, yes, seems like a good business expense. But when I got in there, it said, who do you want this to? I wrote hot dog. It was just my instinct. But when it said, what do you want him to say? Every time I get there, I go, I mean, no one is going to care in a week. No one. No one's going to remember who George Santos is. This is a very fly-by-night celebrity. Like, nobody's going to care.
It has an expiration date on it.
Big time expiration date. But it is so amazingly hilarious right now. And I go, no. Then he opens them back up because it becomes a whole thing and it goes viral and everything. And Cameo is like, you got to open them back up. I'm sure they called him, open them back up.
Mr. Cameo. Hey, pal.
Yeah, exactly. And I went on today and I did it again. It was like, what do you want him to say? I was like, do I want him to shout out the Not Samsonites? Do I want him to record a video advertising Sam Roberts now? And it's like, I mean, what's the real ROI here other than me chuckling?
A good laugh.
A good laugh right now. Am I getting a return on investment? So I didn't do it. And he's raised the price, by the way. Now, as of today, and it's only going to go up, a George Santos Cameo is $500.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
And, it was too, I'm like, this would be funny. And at 200, it's a no-brainer. But at 500, it almost gets to the point where unless you have something amazing for him to say, it's you paid 500 for that is the answer.
Yes.
And I didn't want that. And I didn't have anything amazing. If I come up with something amazing or you guys send me something to send to him that's amazing, I'll totally do it. But there have been some good ones already. Did you see some of these George Santos cameos, Hot Dog?
I saw the one that Fetterman
yes.
purchased.
Fetterman was the first to troll him. I guess Fetterman had him say something about one of his political rivals. But I really like this one.
Hi, Katie. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the kindness. You know, Botox keeps you young. Fillers keeps you plump. Mwah.
What are you doing, dude? Fillers keeps you plump. Mwah.
Dang. Representative just a couple days ago.
What a wild guy.
Keeps you young. Fillers keeps you plump. Mwah. Look, don't let the haters get to you. Haters are going to hate.
That's a great point, dude.
And if you have haters, that means you're doing something right, girl. So just keep going. You know, you're a Harvard Law School girl. Like, are you kidding? You have haters. Let them hate.
Yes.
Like, just do you, girl. Screw the haters. Enjoy life. Live life.
It's really interesting when George Santos is like, screw the haters, you're going to do you. Because if it's like, I'm having trouble in my life, you know who I'd like advice from? And somebody went, George Santos, I'd go, no, of course not.
Well, if anyone knows about the haters, it's him.
He got thrown out of the House of Representatives.
A bunch of haters in there.
Right.
Can you deny that? There's a bunch of haters in there.
I cannot deny that. But he cannot tell me that I know how to win against the haters. He's lost. He got thrown out of the House of Representatives. Like, why would you?
Yeah, but look who's charging 500 on Cameo. Who's really winning?
Is there anybody else in the House of Representatives that could turn over $5 for a Cameo?
I don't think so.
I don't think
Unless
so.
AOC starts showing some feet.
AOC could do very well on a feet site. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. But that's it. That's it.
That's it.
And she would probably have to put out that video that they did with her when she was in college one more time so everybody could remember. Like, oh. Yeah.
And make sure that all these haters in your life, they can go all you know where. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
I like that he's like making sure I don't want to say anything that's going to ruin my future political career. Like, he's pretty sure it ain't over, right? And he thinks that maybe if he says hell, that would be bad for his political career. Not the fraud. not the...
They can go to heck.
Yeah. HE double hockey sticks. I don't want to go any further than that. I have a political career to worry about. Anyway, I have fraud charges also. Like, what are you...
In your life, they can go all you know where. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, and...
George Santos wishing you a Happy Hanukkah is a flex.
Because he's Jew.
Ish.
Let 2024 be filled with everything that 2023 was lacking in. Mwah. Bye.
See, that's great. That's great. Don't you want some advice like that?
What a stand-up guy.
Can you imagine what your life has to be like for you to go, man, things were really bad. But then George Santos let me know it was all going to be okay, and I feel better now.
Like, unironically, someone got a Cameo.
Oh, my God.
Like, man, thanks.
I never even thought of that. What if I just let the haters hate?
Hate.
Is there any, like, more not thoughtful or thought-provoking advice than, girl, you got to let those haters hate? Like...
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so mundane.
You know who's also $500 on Cameo? Ric Flair.
Woo! We probably get him to say some wild stuff.
I'm just looking at people that are comparable in pricing right now.
Yeah. That seems like a lot for Rick, to tell you the truth. Not that he doesn't deserve it, but... You know,
it seems like he put 500 because he doesn't want to do.
Yeah, and I respect that. I respect that. How about this one?
Attention all Sussy Rumblers.
It's for the Sussy Rumblers.
What does that mean?
It means rumblers who are very, very sus. You know, it's one thing to be a rumbler. I mean, does it mean you use Rumble, but you're also quite sus?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Have you ever thought about being a sussy rumbler?
I've been called sus on occasion, but
I can see
not a
that.
rumbler.
You're super sus.
Yeah.
Attention all Sussy Rumblers. I've been alerted that Sneeko is a soy grifter and likes to be twerked on by
not a soy grifter. Did somebody just like go through the list of
fresh oily
of Time magazine's like slang this year, top slang this year, and just put every word in this?
It's soy in the slang?
Yeah, soy boy.
That's been around for 8 years now.
I mean, so is grifter, so is sus, but you know, people find it when they find it.
Is a soy grifter and likes to be twerked on by fresh oily butt in the club. Love Speech wants to thank you for being a cock and helping us escape the Matrix. Lots of love, George Santos.
Now, wait a minute. Why is that okay and saying go to hell is not?
I don't know. Let me listen to this again. I feel like if you look in his eyes, he realizes that he shouldn't be saying these things, but also, I mean, is making so much money now that he's like, I guess, because a part of him might think maybe this is my career now. Maybe I'm just a Cameo man. He doesn't realize that this is
right.
Like this doesn't last until Christmas. If you get a George Santos cameo for Christmas, it's almost like, I mean, I guess 2 weeks ago, right? Thanks.
Hey, I almost thought about giving it to my Secret Santa.
You would do this. Like this is a very you thing to do.
Yeah. Well,
where it's like, okay, all right.
Everybody better cross their fingers they don't get me.
Yeah. Because it's a buzzy thing. You love a buzzy thing. Yeah. I'm going to try to figure out what he's saying.
Attention all Sussy Rumblers.
Sussy Rumblers.
I've been alerted that Sneeko is a soy grifter and likes
a soy
to
grifter.
Be twerked on by fresh oily butt in the club.
Okay. Fresh oily butt.
Love Speech wants to thank you for being a cock and helping us escape.
Like
thank you for being a cock.
Cock and helping us escape
the Matrix. Lots of love, George Santos.
Like this feels like it's like an Andrew Tate video or something like that.
Escape the Matrix. Love Speech wants to thank you for being a cock and helping us escape the Matrix. No
way he knows what he's saying. Like he's reached the point on Cameo where he will just read whatever you send.
I mean, the guy loves money, as shown by all his scams.
Right. He is a big fan of money. But like you can't, on Cameo, it's not enough to just go, well, if it's clearly something I shouldn't be saying, I just won't say it. If you don't understand what, like, people think that because it's on Cameo, then they can't be held liable. Like there was a time when just doing a commercial, people would call you a sellout. Now you've got people that are saying these things and they're going, it's okay. I don't mean any of it. I'm only saying it because I got some money to say it. You're like, and that's...
You can say anything. You can say, fuck you, I'm going to fuck your wife.
Anything.
I'm going to kill you. But there's a Cameo watermark on that?
Right. They wrote it in the description. They asked me for that. I'm providing a service. This is my favorite one. This is a new one from today.
Hey Heath, George Santos here. I'm so proud of you for coming out as a furry, and I...
Oh, God.
He's coming out as a furry hot dog.
Heath, George Santos here. I'm so proud of you for coming out as a furry, and I just wanted to tell you that your friends and family all accept you, and they're all excited about your persona, which is awesome to be a beaverpuss.
A beaverpuss hot dog. Isn't that what you wanted to be?
I've yet to come out as a furry, but give me some more courage in a couple years and I'll do it.
You'll be a beaverpuss?
Yes.
Excited about your fursona, which is
fursona.
awesome.
I just heard that. I didn't realize that's what it's called. I thought he said persona. Fursona. Like your persona, if you're a furry, is a fursona. I didn't know that.
And they're all excited about your fursona, which is awesome to be a beaverpuss, a beaver and a platypus. So let me tell
Platypus?
you.
Platypus.
What these are just words at this point.
It's a platypus is the animal. A platypus?
What a waste. This is a waste of a cameo.
No, it isn't. To get somebody 1 week removed from the House of Representatives to congratulate your fan, your friend, on being a half beaver, half platypus furry is not a waste of a cameo. It's how far can we take this person from humanity? You see?
I guess, but I could only imagine whoever received that cameo got a slight chuckle.
Like,
and
no,
then went up on
I'd be pretty psyched if somebody gave this for me, because then we could look at this guy and go, "What a total idiot this guy is." Am I right? You're not a beaver puss.
And a platypus. So let me tell you, they all love you, beaverpuss. Don't you ever
Beaverpuss.
Get your head down, and don't you ever let anybody tell you what you can and can't be. I'm so proud that the corporate folks at Arby's gave you the go-ahead to go to work in your persona.
I mean, there's nobody at Arby's dressed as a beaver puss.
And this is so long.
He just
keeps going.
Well, that's the trick. If you're going to make the investment, you should make as meaty a description as humanly possible. Can you congratulate him on being a beaver puss? By the way, a beaver puss is a half beaver, half platypus. Also, his friends and family support him. Also, shout out to Arby's for letting him go to work dressed like this. Like, I feel like you're just like drinking with friends, or you're high, and you're writing. Can we get him to say this? Oh, tell him I work at Arby's. Okay. And you work at Arby's.
Any other requests?
Yeah. And then he just does all of it. And and he does them quick, apparently, too. Like, there are people that are going, yeah, 15 minutes later, I got this cameo. So the buzz probably hasn't even worn off, and they're getting an alert. Oh, my God, he actually did it. Oh, my God.
Well, he ain't got much going on.
If you to go ahead to
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have to go to work.
Work in your persona. So if you could just, live it up and be as perfect as you want, just keep doing you, and yiff. Bye.
Yiff.
What does that mean?
I think it just
It's
said,
provocative.
It said, could you please close the video with yiff, I believe is what happened. That's not a George Santos thing. Unless I go through.
Okay, it's not his closer.
It would be great. Oh, my God. His username is Georgie's Cameos. Georgie.
Ew.
Yeah, he wants to be like somebody that we stan now all of a sudden. Because his cameo description is like politician / icon, and then the emoji of fingernails being painted. He's calling himself an icon, emojis, fingernails painted. So I don't think he's
calling himself a gay icon. So.
I think he is. I don't know exactly what the plan is here. I
think the plan is he's going to try to angle himself into the next season of Dancing with the Stars.
And he'll get it. 100% he'll get it. Now is the perfect time, because they've run out of like stars. Like, they might have one big star per season, and then they'll have George Santos's.
And that show likes to whitewash politicians after they leave.
They do. It's like a money laundering scheme, except instead of money, it's shamed politicians.
Look how silly they are dancing.
Right. See, it's like we do something very shameful. Then we go on Dancing with the Stars. It cleanses us. And then post-dancing, people forget, because the last thing they saw you on is Dancing with the Stars. And it was such a raucous good time that here we are.
And he's going to be the big get. He's going to be like the star of that season.
100%. I agree with you. Or he'll have to hit up the Beaverpuss and he'll be working at Arby's. It's one or the other at this point.
Or he'll be in prison.
Could be. I forgot about the federal charges. Yes. He could be in prison. The cameos are probably to pay legal bills. All these options are certainly possible. By the way, make sure you super chat in anything you want us to acknowledge on the show tonight, any topic you want to hit, anything you need more information on, super chat in. Every super chat will be acknowledged by the end of the show. Also, don't forget about all the content we've been putting out this week. On this channel, we put up a bonus show reacting to the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer. So if you're wondering why we're not talking about that tonight, we did a whole show on the GTA 6 trailer. We did it on Tuesday night. So you can watch, or Monday night. It was supposed to be Tuesday.
Right.
Monday night. So definitely check that out after tonight's show. There's also a brand new episode of the Satisfying podcast up now, where Nicole and I talk about a cruise that was supposed to be 3 years long. People sold their house so they could get on this cruise. They were going to go across the world, 7 continents, and day of, they canceled it. Spoiler alert, you know why they canceled it?
Bad weather?
They didn't have a boat. You got to watch Satisfying this week. Great episode of Satisfying. We also talk about the Squid Games reality show. It's an awesome one. And then that's on @SatisfyingPod on YouTube. And then on the Notsam Wrestling YouTube channel, incredible interview with Swerve. Hot Dog and I both swerve when we drive. Swerve is awesome, and it was a great conversation. So make sure that you're checking out everything we're doing every single week on all 3 YouTube channels. This one, which is Not Sam, as well as Not Sam Wrestling and Satisfying Pod. You can subscribe to all 3 right now.
And don't forget to hit the likes.
Hit like, hit subscribe, get everything
likes.
that we do. You got to hit them likes. Don't be selfish with the likes. And the gods of video games are not being selfish with us. One of the things that they announced at the Game Awards, Sega announced 6 titles. One of the titles that they announced, they're remaking Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi is coming for a new generation. I loved Crazy Taxi. Definitely played it for Dreamcast. Definitely played. Did you ever play the arcade version? Like the standing? That was the best. Like that. It was one of those games that you sat in it. It had the steering wheel. That's where I played it first. Super fun. But then, they made it for Dreamcast. And it was this and the Fish game that everybody loved on Dreamcast before they just stopped doing anything with it. But I'm very excited that they're making a new Crazy Taxi.
I think I was telling you, I was literally talking about Crazy Taxi 2 days ago. And then look at this. The trailer comes out.
You were talking about Crazy. What were you talking about it? Just that it was
my
dope?
Roommate about. I was just like, oh, it'd be funny if they just remade Crazy Taxi. And then next day.
They should. I'm with it. And they'll get the new Crazy Taxi out before GTA 6, I'll bet. So we got that. But I didn't watch most of the Game Awards because I'm not that big of a game guy, as you know. But I did see this thing. And this, to me, I thought I was on acid while I was watching it. Maybe this person was actually on acid. Anthony Mackie, Papa Doc, standing up on that stage, doing God knows what for a full 2 minutes that felt like 8. I guess all the video game people were complaining that every dev that got an award got the wrap it up. They got the guy from what's the movie? Half Baked. The guy from Half Baked with the wrap that shit up. With the wrap it up sign. There's a great meme out right now that somebody actually got a shot. What did the sign actually say, Hot Dog?
Please wrap it up.
Please wrap it up in giant letters. Except Papa Doc gets up there, and because Eminem's not there to shut him down, he gets 2 minutes of just
riffing. Crowd work.
If you call it riffing, I was going to say rambling.
Yeah.
I mean, just a wild, wild thing. And is he doing a Will Smith impression?
I think he saw that Will Smith went down and he sees that there's an opening.
I knew I wasn't the only one. You saw that, right? Didn't it feel like he was like, I'm going to be the new Will Smith? Listen to him. Listen to Papa Doc.
Everybody gave up. You guys didn't. Hey, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who watched Twisted Metal on Peacock. And
by the way, no shade. I'm very happy Twisted Metal is getting a second season. Dope as hell. Samoa Joe is my guy, and he's awesome on that show. I mean, yeah, Twisted Metal getting a second season, Papa Doc being on Twisted Metal, that's all good. Twisted Metal is one of the greatest video game franchises ever. That is the best for PlayStation. Samoa Joe is one of the greatest human beings ever. Papa Doc, even though his real name is Clarence and he went to a private school, still a good guy. So I'm happy for him. I was happy to see him.
His parents had a real nice marriage.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Because you know what my only problem with Papa over here is there ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. and that's always been something that irks me. But he is transitioning into Will Smith. So it shouldn't be an issue for him anymore. But yes, before we get too deep into this, congratulations to the entire cast, primarily Samoa Joe, on the second season of Twisted Metal on Peacock. And you know what they say in the industry? This is what they're saying in the industry circles. It ain't streaming if it ain't streaming on the cock.
It's all about the cock, baby.
That's what they say. It's all about the cock. I love the cock.
Hey, yeah. I have one thing to do before I get on to the award I'm supposed to represent up here, okay?
I'm already going like, wait a minute. He's off prompter. Because there's no way anybody wrote the award I'm supposed to represent. It's present. The award I'm presenting. But he said represent. I go, oh, he's decided to take some time for himself.
Wing it.
Okay, all right. I know I say a lot of different things. You can't scream them all. Jeez.
That's it. That's the Will Smith thing.
Now, no one knows this yet, so you...
That's the weird... Jeez. Like that weird fake pleasantness. Like, hey, we're all in it together, huh? We're all here together. But get a load of this guy, am I right? Like,
it's like he's in method acting almost. Like, are you doing a bit on us? Are you like maybe he got the role of Will Smith in a movie and he's just practicing it out right now?
If it is Will Smith the movie, it would just have to be the day of the award show, right? That's the only. That's the only. Just the full day getting ready. You know, did he and Jada get ready in the same house? They weren't married apparently at the time. Like, what was going on? Maybe. I'm also like, did he not know this was like televised? I mean, there are cameras and everything, but
of course
he knew it was televised.
Yes, of course.
All right. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe he thought this show was just for the room.
Cameras all over the place.
Is that how they got this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then it does.
No, that one was on iPhone.
Yeah. Your theory about cameras being all over the place is checking out, Hot Dog. Maybe you're right.
Okay, all right. I know I say a lot of different things. You can't scream them all.
What does that mean?
They're just yelling out Papa Doc. That's the only thing they were yelling at. Papa Doc! 313!
And also, like, it sounded like it was maybe like two people that were screaming anything at him, and he just keeps acknowledging anyone saying anything, he just continue to acknowledge them. Like, keep it going.
Let's see.
Now, no one knows this yet, so you three guys and everybody else is going to be the first. Because of our incredible fans, Twisted Metal is coming back for season 2 on Peacock. So,
that's
everybody
big.
get your motor revving.
Okay.
Because you're going on another ride with John Doe.
All right. Now let's read the award.
See this section right here? You guys look great. Keep it going, baby.
What?
I don't trust this dude, but y'all look great.
What? You couldn't just let the applause? Like, Twisted Metal 2 will be coming back for a second season. All right. And now the award. No.
Right, yeah, you got your plug in, dude.
Can I talk to these people right here? There's no cameras on them. Nobody's getting to enjoy this with you. I don't trust this
You're
guy.
not famous or anything.
No. I don't trust that guy. Who? He's like 2 steps away from the lady on the airplane. That guy right there, he's not real. He's not real.
Like if he was riffing on like A-listers that would front stage, you know, if he was like, all right, Leo, I see you, Leo.
Yeah, nobody knew that. Oh,
all right.
Samoa Joe, you knew it. You knew it, Samoa Joe. Anyway, and it's like, oh, okay, I guess Samoa Joe's there.
So,
And he's just pointing at developers.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a bunch of guys with my haircut sitting in the audience. You know, there's nothing.
Get your motor revving, because you're going on another ride with John Doe.
Get your motor revving?
Great. You guys see this section right here? You guys look great. Keep it going, baby. I don't trust this dude, but y'all look great. Don't you yell at me. I love you more. I love you. What is wrong with y'all?
That's not the question. I don't think there's an issue with the audience whatsoever.
This hurts.
Hey, whatever you do, don't keep screaming that you love me, okay, guys? Don't do that.
No, not you. You
Stop it. Stop it. This is weird. This is like somebody who just learned how to interact socially. Like he just went to a class of how to present in front of a room full of people. And it's just, this is the same vibe that you had when you were practicing small talk on the front desk lady at the hotel when you just learned small talk.
It was good though. It was better than this.
It's creepy, dude.
remember when I was telling them about the game that I couldn't talk about? I was like, well,
that's right. Yeah, we're here to do this, but can't really talk about it. Then why'd you start talking about it? Why'd you mention that you couldn't talk about it? Just tell her anything. Tell her any. No. Are you wait? Oh, are you guys all here for the same thing? I don't know. Just give me my room key. How about that? Here's $10. How about that?
I love you. What is wrong with y'all? Okay, stop it. You. Okay.
What is he
Love
doing?
You too. I see you. I see you.
It's on drugs.
Shut up. Okay.
What's he doing? You know what I heard?
What?
You know who provided refreshments?
Oh no.
Panera Bread. I think it was Panera Bread. I think he came out on. He did the thing that you never do. You never come out on stage on Charged Lemonade. You can't come out on stage on Murder Lemonade.
I mean, it was like what, 2 minutes, but it felt like 15.
It's weird, man. It just keeps going.
Shut up. Okay. Today, the best games are like living universes, constantly expanding
now he's on the
with
screen.
New content and challenges, right? And that's what this award for.
I hate that. You know what I hate? When people add in a word to make it seem like they're not reading off of a teleprompter.
Right?
Right?
You know me?
No, everybody can tell that you're reading. You're not looking in the same direction anymore. Your diction is completely changed. Right?
That was, yeah. And it's like, if this happened on a show where they weren't pushing all the award winners along,
yeah,
you know, after 10 seconds, it'll be like, all right, whatever. But the fact that they didn't tell this man to wrap it up.
But all the devs that were winning awards were like, first, I couldn't have done this without my family. Okay, all right, we got it, your family.
Please wrap it up.
I love you. I don't know about this guy. Oh, but you're great. What are we doing?
Living universes, constantly expanding with new content and challenges, right? That's what this award for Best Ongoing Game recognizes. The games that continue to deliver fresh experiences for their loyal communities. Here are the nominees.
Why did he wanted to have some time up there. He wanted to get up there and go, you know what? It's Papa Doc time. Now, because you know what happened? I'll bet what happened is this. Everybody remembers what happened in Detroit. Everybody remembers what happened. Okay?
It's been so long.
No, but everybody remembers when the free world went down. Okay? And he knows that if he just sticks to the script and just reads what's on the prompter, before he's done, somebody's gonna yell, "Fuck the free world!" And he doesn't know how to deal with it at this point. He can't. He can't. He knows.
Maybe he's got
like, what's he gonna do? Bring up that somebody had sex with Eminem's girlfriend? He can't.
I think he got an ego trip because this is one of those award shows where like he's the biggest guy there. Now, like any other show,
and they probably
he's
treated
just
him like
one of many.
They probably treated him like gold.
Yeah,
we're so happy you're here. Congratulations on Twisted Metal. It's our favorite show, and probably too, maybe Twisted Metal is one of those shows that it's like, you know, when like the people who did like this, like when Scorsese does a movie, everybody that's involved with that gets all kind of praise from the industry and everything. But Twisted Metal is like a genre niche show. So he doesn't get that.
Yeah.
So maybe he's thinking that like, oh, now I'm around, you know, my people that we did this show for. I'm going to take a minute to really soak it all in. Because even in Marvel, like he's in the Marvel universe, sure. But where does new Captain America really rank? And honestly,
he's not really as well respected as he would probably want.
Tell me this. New Captain America or Bucky?
I'm taking Bucky.
Everyone is. Everyone is. You telling me Papa Doc or Sebastian Stan right now? Papa Doc or Sebastian Stan?
Stan.
Every time. And he knows that.
And he's not even like to me, he's not even like the new Captain America yet. He's still Falcon.
That's right.
I don't think he's stepped up yet.
That's right. And Marvel sucks now. So it's like he gets to be Captain America when Marvel sucks. Meanwhile, Chris Evans got out when the getting was good. He was like, oh, this is the last good Marvel movie? Okay, this will be it for me then. I'm gonna and you know what? He went with the Bret Hart scenario where he's like, I don't want to lose in Montreal. He went, actually, here's what I'm thinking. Captain America survives the whole thing, and then at the very end goes back in time and just dies of old age. Okay? What do you guys think? Chris Evans says he won't show up to set unless Captain America just goes back in time and dies of old age happily.
God damn it.
All right. I have no sympathy for Chris Evans.
He does this. He does the DC.
Yeah. No. Just, all right, fine. He can die of old age. But I'm going to be the next Captain America, right? Yeah, you got it, Papa. You got it. Oh, I see you. Okay.
Yeah, I think he got really excited that he was the big deal in front of like a bunch of nerds and just really decided to get his shit in just to an awkward degree.
Yeah.
And he's not charismatic enough to pull that off. Someone else could have pulled it off.
Can you guys start calling me Will? Is that okay?
Will Smith could have pulled it off.
Yeah. Well, not now. Before.
Not now. But Prime Will Smith could pull that off.
I mean, even the day before the Oscars, he could have pulled it off. Yeah. Like one day, the morning of the Oscars, he could have pulled it off. If they were like, you got to present at this award show and then immediately after that go to the Oscars, it would have been fine. Right. But it was Oscars and then what's her face? Jada Pinkett Smith just exposed his whole life. So between those two things, there's no coming back from that, unfortunately.
Great show though. Fuck the game developers, but great show.
What, the award show?
Yeah.
You said you blacked out. You didn't even know that Sega did the thing.
I saw Jordan Peele showed up, and he didn't fucking take 30 minutes.
People got real excited because Jordan Peele's doing that horror game.
Yeah.
People got very excited about that.
Though, so I can't play it.
Oh, it's only on Xbox?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want one of those.
And was Timothy Chalamet. That's his name?
Timothy Charlemagne the God.
Chalamet?
Yeah. So Timothy Charlemagne the God. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, whatever. He
came in and then he hosted the Daily Show right after that. It was amazing. It was amazing.
He came in, read the awards,
right,
and was out.
Came in, read the awards. He said Biden shouldn't run for president, and then he was out.
Charlemagne. Whatever.
Yeah. Charlatan. Timothy Charlatan. Hey, every super chat gets acknowledged here on Sam Roberts Now. So go ahead, super chat in. I've seen some of you saying that the super chat's not working, but then other yous have been super chatting in. So if the super chat's not working for you, you're just not trying hard enough. Keep trying to super chat in.
Just say that.
Yeah, exactly. Poodle-rific super chats in. Sam Roberts, hot dog. This show is my favorite way to kick off my weekend. Thank you. Can you please book Doug Bell in studio to ring in the new year with that interview? Maybe the first show of 2024. Maybe that's the time to bring Doug Bell in studio and do the sit down. Get to the bottom of Doug and talk about the good old days. I think Doug would love to talk about the good old days. Six Crow, our financier, Beside the ink packets and stuntmen, did you have any takeaways from Squid Game The Challenge? I mean, I can't believe I watched every minute of that show, including the finale. I watched all of it, every second.
Was it worth it?
Bro, it's so stupid and so addicting. Like, you just get sucked in to the drama. It's literally, because the thing about Squid Game is, what made the games on the show so, like, the drama was so heightened was that the stakes were the winner gets a lot of money, but every loser dies, right?
Yeah.
Well, imagine playing the same games, for instance, red light, green light, but instead of dying, you don't die.
You get to go home.
You go home, and then you do interviews about it before the finale airs. Like, there are no stakes. It's just one person gets a ton of cash, but 455 others do not get a ton of cash. And for some reason, I'm totally sucked in. Now, the moments on the show where, like, the challenges themselves make no sense, right? Because there are no stakes. But the moments on the show where people have to vote each other off, because remember in Squid Game, like, half of it is, like, real challenges, and then the other half is, hey, now you have to name a player to be voted off. Again, they're not going to die. They're just out of the game, so it's not nearly as dramatic.
And the flight is paid for.
I mean, and I'm sure there's some kind of per diem being offered. Now, are you spending the per diem on meals? Or are you spending it on complicated shirts? That's your prerogative. But I'm sure that everyone's getting something. Everyone's leaving here with something. Most of them are from around the way. But it is addicting. I like talking about it with people. So if you're at all inclined, Hot Dog or anybody watching, and want to watch the show, I'm always open to a discussion of Squid Game The Challenge. But we have been talking about it the last 2 weeks on the Satisfying podcast. So I go into the whole thing this week on the show. Yeah. B-Herb is he wants to know if the lemonade is deadlier than the Grimace shakes. Well, the lemonade hasn't left anybody, like, mangled like a horror movie. So it might not be as brutal, but possibly as deadly. I don't know. Not Sam Lehman writes in, you know, Not Sam Lehman spent over $50,000 on WrestleMania tickets?
Baller.
It's true. No, not baller. Stupid.
Stupid.
Right. Because then he spent an additional $14,000 for the other events that surround WrestleMania.
The Elimination Chamber.
No. I mean, like Raw and SmackDown and NXT.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
They saw him coming. I'm sorry. He said, I loved Panera's new drink, Four Loko original recipe. Yeah. This is the new Four Loko.
The fifth, as
Fifth
someone
Loco.
on Twitter said.
Yeah. Cinco Loco. Kyle Stevens, this is for the diaper fund / lemonade supply. Cheers, Sammy. Yeah, if you just want to hit me with a super chat to grab some charged lemonade, I would appreciate that. Anybody hits me with $10, I'll join the Sip Club. Bryce writes in, hey, Sam. Oh, first super chat, Bryce. Woo! First super chat from Bryce. What a guy. What a day this is. Hey, Sam, you should buy a cameo of George Santos trying the charged lemonade. Wouldn't that be great? If I was like,
it'd be great if, like, Cameo allowed you to pay for stunts.
Well, you could write it. I don't know if he'll do it or not, but you could write. I'd like you to.
But it would be like the super chats, like, that you acknowledge but don't read.
Maybe.
You know?
But maybe it'd be worth it to say, here's some money. I'd like to get a video of you chugging an entire charged lemonade. Okay. One of the great contributors to the show, Tormenta263, says, if you broke, just say that.
Just say that.
You had no problem with the super chats.
No problem.
That's right.
So just say that.
Just say that. If you broke, just say it. It's okay. Poodlerific again. I bet Doug Bell would bring Levains. I bet that's exactly what he would bring. Hey, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. You got 5 styluses. You might as well use them. I'm going to cheers with you later.